Hey everybody, good morning. Happy Monday. Hope everything is safe and you've had a great, weekend. You're staying safe. You're doing your social distancing. Want to just come over and share a couple of quick things this morning with you so that you can know what's happening, what's hot, what's not, and what you need to do as we move forward in this month and this season, pushing forward. First, let me give you a word of encouragement. Of course, people are getting hired. People are getting business, okay? I'll repeat that just in case you missed it. People are getting hired. People are getting business. But what we have to do is make sure we're using all our gifts, all our talents, and operating in the right places and spaces, going deep, not necessarily wide, to make sure we're able to get those connections that can turn to commerce and more. So a couple of quick things even before we dive into a couple of just quick points I want to share with you today. Make sure, of course, you visit us everywhere, tcenow.com. When you're there at tcenow.com, you can join our newsletter. You can search for job opportunities posted today. You can reach out to us. You can do all kinds of things at tcenow.com. And again, very important, if you're not a reader, subscribe.tcenow.com will get you our weekly TCE news that will be delivered in your inbox. I'm going to share with you some news that my subscribers got last Friday, which means they have a 3-day head start on you. And there's a couple of great pieces of things I want folks to make sure there's some new stuff coming out that will help to make sure your career, life, or business is in a better way. Also, of course, I can't, here we go, just promoting myself for a minute. Hey, vote.tcenow.com. As you guys know, we've been nominated by Gen Book to be a nominee for Exceptional Excellence Award, or something like that. Excellence and Experience Award. Vote.tcenow.com. Voting ends on October 30th, so we still have some time. Okay, so I appreciate your support and I would love your vote, right? And this is what they say on TV, right? This commercial is sponsored by me, right? Anyway, but vote.tcenow.com. Of course, I cannot leave here without letting you know the summit is coming. tcsummit.com. Get your tickets. Promo code for Next gets you some discounts. My network members, you get a 40% discount. The tickets are already affordable. Be a part of the process. It's time for Next. If you haven't felt that in the last 10 months as we're dealing with this stuff called COVID and other things, aren't you ready for Next? And like I said, Next never stopped. Why should you? Next never stopped. Why should you? So while I'm live here, I will be checking any comments that you guys will have. And again, I want to welcome again my TC members live with you today. My Don't Get Anxious book on Facebook live with you today, as well as on YouTube. So one hot thing, there's several hot things going on, but one really big thing that we did share in my newsletter on Friday, which I think it's a good thing. I mean, leave it to Zoom, right? Talking about Zoom. Zoom has launched something called On Zoom. It came out last week with Zoomtopia, and some of you may have attended it. It's their annual thing. I was popping in and out as I could because, I had to work. But Zoomtopia, so they use that to share the new Zoom, onzoom.com. So it seems, again, here's a great tip for business owners and folks, how we have to pivot, how we have to sometimes step back a little bit, look at what's going on. Sometimes it's about repackaging and repurposing to still stay relevant to your community. So what does Zoom do? Let's use them as an example. People have already been using Zoom because it was the go-to space when this all started for virtual learning and living. Yoga classes, what else? Of course, education, talk to grandma, talk to grandpa, all those social things that Zoom was never a part of. That was really not their platform. I've been a Zoomer for years. I only use it for business meetings, and that's why we did it. So now they've gone with On Zoom, which is just launched, and you can be a host, right? And you have to apply for this stuff, okay? This is something you have to apply to become a host. But what have they done? They literally have taken all the stuff that you guys have been using it for, all the non-business stuff, yoga classes, music stuff, or financial planners talking about stuff, and found a way to sort of have the element of Eventbrite, the element of, of course, just things that we do all the time, recurring classes, recurring events. And they've made a platform that looks like one big old event marketplace. And guess what? They've partnered with PayPal, so you can charge and get paid. And right now, they're not getting a cut out of it. the on Zoom option is not getting a cut out of your event. Who knows? That will probably change. But right now, they're not getting a cut out of your event. So something new. We're talking 7 days old. If Zoomtopia was what, last Tuesday, last Wednesday. So if you're interested in, if you're someone that's doing repeat stuff, yoga, coaching, I mean, I don't know, whatever your deal is, maybe you can be an on Zoom host, and all these classes and all these repeat places is being shared in their marketplace. You might want to check it out if it's something that will help you with your business. Did they do anything new? Not really. They just repackaged what they were already being used for. So you might want to check it out on Zoom.com. And again, apply to be a host if that's up your wheelhouse, right? So this is kind of what I'm talking about with what folks need to do to change your game a little bit. It's not so much about, there are times that we do need to go and learn some new skills. Let's face it, remote working, job search, all those things, you had to find a different way to do what you do, and you have to take it up a notch. There's no way you could do business as usual now like we did before COVID. So, you might already be doing something, guess what, not even in the job world, but maybe, yes, people still volunteer. Yes, people are still active in other places and spaces. Maybe there's skills or folks you're connected to in those other spaces, or things that you do that you just take them so much for granted. Like, maybe you are really good at putting out fires, literally and metaphorically. Maybe you're that person that is able to really sift through the noise and chatter and get to the meat. And you're able to sift through stuff and get things done. I mean, those are skills, guys. Yes, it would be great to be certified in certain codes or Scrum and all of that stuff. That's no doubt. Those are hot stuff for folks in those fields. But the rest of us who are great at what we do, and maybe have the ability to see the big picture, and maybe we have the ability to see the details, and maybe we have the ability to literally solve problems, macro, micro, it doesn't matter. And the methods that you use to solve problems and to get to 0 or to get to 1,000 are incredible, and you do them all the time, and you never give yourself credit for it. So there's ways in your resumes and in your job searching and in your networking and in the technology tools to get noticed that you need to really rethink, review, look at what you bring to the table. If what you're putting out there is not quite working, revamp it from the inside out, not so much from the outside in. Ask yourself these really tough questions. You're like, why would someone hire me? Why would somebody, work for me? Why would someone buy my service or my widget or my product? Yes, I think I'm great, wonderful. But what do they say about me? What proof positive is out there that says I am the one you should go to in this place or space? Okay, you have to ask yourself those questions before you stick them on your brochure, your website, your LinkedIn, or your resume. Okay, there's some tough questions that need to be asked of us, so that you, as you're putting your gifts and talents and your brand out there, it's making sense and it's resonating with people. All right, I mean, I'm telling you, career and business movement is an inside out job, not outside in. That's your humble opinion from your career engineer. So listen, so again, I can't say it enough. Jobs.tce now, definitely check that out. Now there's other sites. Your Indeeds are great. You get your job leads from multiple sources. I'm really not a fan of a one basket approach, never been. Our relationship with jobs.tcenow.com is a relationship with America's Job Bank. We at least have the jobs that are posted today. They will range from ditch digger to rocket scientist. So you've got to filter them, but it's a place to go. It's not the only place to go. It is a place to go. But please, your LinkedIn, your networking, you know me, I love my Google search for jobs. There's the different niche boards in your industries. Check out your industry. If you're members of organizations, sometimes they'll have their own job force boards, all kinds of organizations. Dice.com is your tech folks. You have boards for people in retail, boards for people in higher education. I think higher education jobs is one for folks who are looking to work in higher education. There's lots of niche boards out there. So if you're members of professional organizations, check them out. Alumni. Okay, you went to college, you went to a specialized vocational school. Stay connected to your alumni associations, to your the career services department at the if you at the college or trade school or wherever you got your after your post high school training. Stay connected to that stuff. I mean, you have the right. You paid a lot of money for that stuff. Stay connected to it. So again, in networking, like I'll say it until I can't say it no more. Even in times like these, especially in times like these, it is the networking that really pays off. So it's not just you walking up and telling somebody, hey, I need a job, give it to me. We're not talking that. We're talking your consistent, authentic, genuine relationship building and being courageous enough to ask specifically for what you want. It's not in this, okay, let me get you, here's some peanuts. Let me take you to lunch. Let me take you to dinner. You beat around the bush having a conversation without getting to why we're having this meeting. Before you meet or network with someone, please know why you're having the meetings. I used to always get so irritated, for lack of a better word, of when folks would have meetings and we all at the table drove somewhere pre-COVID days, ordered lunch. That's an expense. We're sitting at the table, and I'm all for small talk, but why are we here? What's the point of this meeting? What is the potential takeaway? What are we going to walk away with if we invest a half hour, an hour here? Because this half hour or this hour, I got other places I need to do. Yeah, do and be, right? So when you're networking, I mean, hey, let's have a meeting. Listen, I'm in the market. I'm exploring opportunities. I'd like to share with you what my gifts and talents are. And again, I'd like to hear what you're looking for so that I can have my eyes and my ears open on the high tech and high touch side to see if there's someone I can introduce you to so that we can both have some great synergy energy. That's what I call networking. And if you do that like 20 times a month, or you do it 2 times a month, it just depends on the quality of your network, right? The quality of your network. I hope you're networking with people who have access and opportunity. Yeah, they're nice people, and I hope that's a part of it too. But there should be some capital from it. Social capital, human capital, technology capital, knowledge capital, something. All right? You just don't jibber jab because you got nothing else to do. So if you do that type of networking where it's focused and relevant and to the point and authentic and genuine, I'm telling you, you will see that you can get some more access and opportunity so you can take your brand and get it to the folks who have decision-making opportunities. That's what I do. Anyway, so hey, this is our Monday morning tip. Again, your career engineer right here. Don't get anxious, get prepared. Can't say it enough. Make sure you visit us at tcenow.com, tcenow.com. And of course, if you're on any of our social profiles, definitely visit us often. I mean, definitely, because we have a lot of content out there. If you haven't liked any of our profiles, do so. Like us, follow us, engage with us, subscribe with us. And also, you can always email me, again, info@tcenow.com. Let me know if there's something we're missing or not sharing that we can help to empower you as we go forward in this time, in this space. So listen, catch me Mondays if you're in the Hampton Roads area on Fox and Wavy. In fact, I'll be there. I'll be on there shortly. But again, thank you for listening. And remember, don't get anxious. Always get prepared. I want you guys to stay safe. Remember to get out there and cast your vote. Vote for me, vote.tcenow.com, but cast your vote in November 3rd or earlier. Get that done. Do your civic duty. All right. Do your civic duty. So you guys be blessed. I'm out of here and I'll catch with you next week.